The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Oh, fuck.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Rankins on the stop.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Taken from just outside the 30. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
44-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take it down shy to 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Breeze to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
It's 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And they're going to try to screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down, it's Gurley. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
On the carry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Atlanta.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
To kick off for Atlanta.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Ball carrier.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down, here's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Breeze took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Mata brought him down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. He's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
kickoff for Atlanta.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Number 28.
On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run. This is Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Kamara, the ball.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Another carry now for Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure.
the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He gives to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
2nd and 11. Ryan now off the bootleg. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Touchdown run, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
First down.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times, and you can't give up a 4th one on that play.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Coleman, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now left side on the swing pass. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
And 10.
Now, Breeze again. And this is Cook with the ground. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 51 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
For the point after.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 brings up second and 8.
Throwing on second and 8. Ryan, scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here we go. It's Gurley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And the Saints will have the football back. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at about the 32. Good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. Now Breeze finding Kamara. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's second.
Throwing now is Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
1st and 10.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Play action. Ryan. It's complete to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Yeah, he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze now. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking. For him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now it's the backup Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And Winston lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
48-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Fighting to stay upright. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
tonight's final score.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just